Hello everyone, and you're so much welcome to today's tutorial, and I still remain your shoemaking made easy tutor, Odurole Mojibola. Today we are going to be looking at these three unique designs, and of course the black sandal. We are going to be looking at how to create the back part as well as a strap. Of course, I've taught on how to create the front part, so we won't be going into that. If you're watching my channel for the first time, all we do is make shoemaking easy and simple for you. Do subscribe to my channel. Please subscribe and like this video so that a lot more people will also be learning just like you're doing. You know what you're gonna do for me? Just sit back and I'm gonna be right where. Alright, the first design we're going to be looking at is what we have right here on the screen. I'm sure you can see that it's on a Birkenstock sole. For some of us, or those of us who does not know what a Birkenstock is, that is what you have right there as your insole. It comes like that as an already made sole. So all you do is buy and just go ahead and create this kind of hopper I'll be teaching us, and then you go ahead and lace it. So considering the fact that we're going to be using that kind of a sole, which is also called Birkenstock, is also called rather cork sole, is also called cork sole. So these are the basic measurements we're going to be taking. Don't forget we have I'm going to be using my measurement tape in centimeter. So you can start to use inch, it doesn't really matter. Just make sure you follow whichever works for you. So I'm going to be using centimeter. So I'm going to be leaving 3 centimeter as my lacing allowance. Now, if anytime you are using a Birkenstock sole, you always have to consider the width of that Birkenstock, because most times when you are lacing, your Birkenstock is going to be passing by the side of your Birkenstock sole. So it means you have to consider that amazing width that you have by the side, or else your length will be short. So what do I suggest? Always add 3 centimeter extra just to cover up for that wide gap, so that you don't have, lesser length. So what does that mean? It means I'm going to be leaving about 6 centimeter, about 6 centimeter here, considering the fact that after, of course, this is going to be sitting on the Birkenstock. The Birkenstock will take about 3 centimeter, while the remaining part will go under. If you want to use 5 and you are sure you can manage it effectively, fine, you can. But I'm going to suggest you use 6. If you have more than enough, it's better than having, it's better than not having enough. So we have 6 right here, and this is going to be coming this way. Now don't forget that this one is going to be stopping around this particular spot, so we're going to be making use of 15 centimeters. So I'm going to be keeping record of every measurement, 15 centimeters. So we're going to actually stop that here. And then if you don't want it to stop here, you can actually stop around this side as well. So if we are stopping around here, it means we're going to take a measurement of 13 centimeter. So the most important thing is that it aligns properly. This part and this part, they should align. So if that part is, let's say we are using 13 centimeter, so let's go to this other part and do the same thing. Don't forget it's 5. This, I'm actually making use of a size 42 last. If you are using a size 44 last, it definitely means you have to increase the length maybe by 1 centimeter to 2 centimeter for it to perfectly fit in. So I have my 6, and don't forget that this is going to be going, right on top of what we have right here. So let's say I'm making use of 22 centimeter for that, 22 centimeter or 23 centimeter. So with that, we already know the measurement of this side. Now another thing you have to consider is the width of this particular side. What width am I going to be using? For me, I am going to be using about 4 centimeter width for this particular one, and for the front part I am going to be using about 3 or 3.5 centimeter width. Now the reason is because of the kind of look that you have right on top of that particular design. Okay, the design is a cross design and a cross design head and a buckle here. Okay, so this particular part, I'm going to be using a width of 4 centimeter, like I said. Now this front part that is going this way is going to be 3 centimeter wide. You understand? Also the one going this way will be that. Let's also measure those ones. Now this one is going to go in right this way. So we are also going to pass it through the Birkenstock. That, I think, with your 3.5, it should be enough. So don't forget that this is actually going this way. So don't forget your backing stock is also part of what you have here. So instead of stopping at 15, go straight to 20. So this time around we are adding about 2.5 centimeter or 2 centimeter. The reason is because the thickness of this side of the backing stock is not as much as the thickness of this side of your backing stock. I need you to really note that. So with this, we have, this is 14 right here. So if I'm adding 5, that is about 19. So we have the length to be 19 centimeter. Now the second one is coming from here. I think initially I was busy interchanging the design. So like what we have here, this is supposed to be 3. We are going to increase it to like 5. Don't forget, I told us the width of the backing stock is the reason why we are increasing it to 5. The small width here should be able to cover up. So we have 5 here, and then this is actually coming down right here. So if this is 22, now 22 plus the extra backing stock width here, the width also is not much here, so we can also add 5. So we have 22 plus 5, that is 27 centimeter. 27 centimeter. So now that we have all of the measurements, let's begin to cut. All right, according to our measurements, we have the front part to be 19 centimeter and 27 centimeter respectively, with a width of 3 centimeter, and we have the back part, which is the instep part, to be 23 and 13 centimeter respectively. Now these are what I have here. We have and this is actually 4 centimeter wide. So we have the 4 centimeter width. Now this is our 23 centimeter, this is our 27 centimeter for the front, and then this part, which is actually the 19 centimeter also for the front. Now I want to briefly show us how you can actually adjust this particular part, because I find out that if you look at the design, you'll find out that this side is wide while this side is a bit slim. Now knowing fully well this part is actually going to be inside the that's where you are going to be having your tongue, you understand? So it means that it has to be slim. If it's as wide as this, the foot will not go into it. So what do we do right here? I want us to reduce it to about 1.5 centimeter. So what do? I already have 3 centimeter. I want to reduce to about 1.5 centimeter or 2 centimeters. So what do? I'm going to reduce by the side. I'm going to reduce by 0.5 here. I will come to this side and also reduce by 0.5. So at the end of the day, what I have at the middle is about 2 centimeter. So if you want to use 2 centimeter, you are good to go. If you want it to be a little bit lesser than that, you can just pick about 0.2 on this side, come to the other side and reduce by 0.2 as well, so that at the end of the day you'll be having about 1.7 or so. Now what do? Go ahead and pick from this side and connect with what you created initially, and that is what I'm going to do to the longer one too, which is the one that is as long as 27. So with that, you can have a slimmer tip. Can you see what it finally look like? So when I'm trimming this off, you can see the width is still, it's still maintaining the width here. It's on this side that it looks a bit slim. So I'm going to do the same thing to these two, which means I'm going to also reduce this particular one. Don't forget, this is also the front part, which is the longer one, which is the one we have as 27 centimeter. I'm going to reduce on this side as well, so that it will be perfectly okay. Now for this, your buckle, this is actually the instep part. Now your buckle, so like I said, your buckle is going to be the sole determinant of what the width of this part will be. So let's say your buckle is 2.5 centimeter wide. Let's say the buckle is 2.5 centimeter wide. So what you do here is, since this is 4, and then by the time I deduct 1 on this side and 1 on this side, this midpoint has been reduced to 2 centimeter. So it means I still need about 0.25 on each side. No, this is my 2 and this is my 2. So I'm going to mark this. So this is the one I'm using, this one here and this one here. So what does that mean? If you check it now, it's about 2.5 centimeters. So we are going to narrow it down here. So let me check what we have here. 0.7. I'm just going to narrow it down. 0.7 on this side as well. This is 0.5 here. 0.5, 0.6 and 0.7. That's what I'm going to reduce here. And I'm going to do the same thing on this side. This is 0.5, 0.6 and 0.7. I'm going to allow it to be a bit long so that at least I don't have issues with my buckle not fitting perfectly well. So this is also 0.7. So what does that mean? I'm going to join this together so that at least I have enough strap for my buckle to be suspended into. Then I can begin to see how I can tilt this downwards. How I can easily tilt this downwards. So what do? We are just going to go ahead and trim off. So if you want it to be curved, you want the edges to be curved, personally I can easily, you know, just use my hand, my free scissors to cut, but you can get a round object. I'm using my shoe glue cover, is actually the cover for this one. That's what I'm using at this particular corner. So just place and make sure they are touching the two sides. I've taught us this severally, and I don't think I have to be repeating this. For the sake of those who are watching my channel for the first time, thank you for watching. Have you subscribed? If you have enjoyed it so far, please like this video, subscribe to my channel, and expect to see more of beautiful designs like this. So what do we have here? Can you see we have curved this? I'm going to come to this side and also make sure it is curved, and then I'm going to cut them right off. So this is what our strap is going to look like. All right, now let's go to the lower part, which is the part that the buckle is going to be suspended at the instep. So what you need to do, of course, don't forget this is also 19 centimeter by 4 centimeters. So for this one, it's not even 19, it's 13 we measured. Yes, it was 13. So I'm also going to make this side too round. All right, I believe with this you should be able to create this particular pattern. Now as a beginner, I am going to suggest that you start with this kind of baking stock. So although where I am it's about 2,500 naira, which is about $3, so I believe it's something that is good enough for you to actually start with. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't, and if you haven't liked this video, please go ahead and like, and make sure you share as well. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I still remain your shoemaking made easy tutor, Odurole Mojibola. I'm gonna see you next time. Bye.